they shouldn't still be friends.
Why not? What was the big drama? Why can't they be friends anymore?
How about Mel B and Jerry f***ing half the time and then still not being completely forthcoming with it? Like, how about Victoria Beckham?
Back up to the last one. What? Huh? Who? What?
What do you read?
Bears of good news. Bears of good news. Bears of good news. It's the Bears of good news. The good news bears is what I'm talking about.
Good news, everyone!
Hello and welcome to Bears of Good News. I'm your host Sasha Ellen and I'm joined today by comedian and filmmaker Adrian Tauss from what looks like a 90s children's TV show.
It doesn't look like it. It is. It is.
That's your life, Adrian. And comedian Helen Bauer from what looks like The Darkness.
It doesn't look good. This should look good on camera. This is my room.
It's beautiful, Helen. I'm enjoying your room enormously. It's absolutely beautiful.
Empty orange squash bottle. Can I have a title? I don't want to just be comedian if Adrian's comedian and filmmaker.
What would you like to be?
And like puzzler.
Yes, absolutely. We'll redo that. Okay, fantastic.
Puzzler.
Puzzler.
I see.
Sorry, what was that?
He's not Adrian. He's being difficult.
I heard puzzler.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, you were correct, Adrian.
Okay, fantastic. Fine. I'm just going to try that one more time, guys. Mm-hmm. And comedian and puzzler, Helen Bauer from what looks like, again, still the darkness, Helen.
I'll take it. Fuck it.
The void.
I'm a mole. I'm a fucking mole.
Helen lives in the void. Okay, the news at the moment is scarier than your mum finding a dick pic on your camera roll. So to counteract that fear, we have created Bears of Good News to bring you stories that make us smile. Adrian, what's our first story this week?
Okay, so I've got a cat story for you because I'm the cat man now, apparently. So in Istanbul, Turkey, a stray cat walked straight into the A&E department of a hospital with her seemingly sickly kitten in her mouth, walking straight up to the doctors there, who were in full PPE kit, because they have that over there. And the doctors attended to the cat and its kitten straight away. The cat was following around the doctors everywhere, wouldn't let the kitten out of sight. They eventually gave her a saucer of milk as they were waiting for the test results. And it's just really sweet because they really look after their stray cats in Istanbul. It's a tradition that they do there. But also imagine being like a patient waiting in the emergency room and a cat gets seen before you. That can't feel good. That's definitely the worst health insurance you can have. And it's just so indicative of cat privilege. So obviously there was a vet on call that examined the kitten. And before you ask, it wasn't coronavirus and they didn't do a CAT scan. But question for you, what do you think was actually wrong with the kitten?
I'm going to say full-blown AIDS.
Wow, that is...
In the dark, I'd say that's the one that I'd probably go for. Yeah, I'm going to go HIV positive.
Yes,
that's
good.
The first time somebody said that in just the most upbeat way possible, leaning into a camera. That was
I thought I might be correct, so I got excited.
Okay,
wouldn't the kitten would have to have sexual intercourse to get AIDS?
Yeah. That's what I was assuming as well, Adrian.
Maybe the mother has. Do you know what? I don't want.
Would you reckon I would choose this story for Bears of Good News if the kitten had AIDS?
So sick. What is wrong with you?
I jumped on board so early.
I blew my candle out with anger at that. That's how upset I found that.
Helen is very subtly plugging her new candle business there. Very good. Well, when you snuff it out, does it smell amazing, Helen? Tell us the scents. Tell us what's going on.
It's the mango flavoured one.
It's a good one.
It's really good. I didn't make this one from Yankee Candle. Shopping left.
What do I think is wrong with a kitten? I reckon it's something like, is it got like a little thorn stuck in its paw? And then a really tiny doctor comes and picks it out with really tiny tweezers, and then they become friends, and the kitten grows into a mighty lion, and then years in the future, the doctor is in jeopardy, like up a tree, and the kitten comes and it climbs out and it rescues the doctor. I've gotten way too carried away.
That's an amazing. I wish that were the case. Also love the fact that if the doctor is in peril, it would be that he was stuck up a tree.
Well, I
That's the
don't
biggest
know.
peril
I
a
mean, I
doctor
feel
can
like
get into.
Doctors in Peril is a wonderful TV show.
Oh yeah.
I genuinely want to change my answer now from AIDS because I'm and I feel like full-blown cat AIDS is quite upsetting.
We're very much about positivity on Bears of Good News. So
yeah, and I'm getting that. So I'm gonna say the little kitten just had the sniffles.
Oh.
That's cute. Do they wrap a little scarf around him and just, you know?
Well, okay.
No scarf because he's still got AIDS. You know, no one's with AIDS, like a little sniffle.
You know, when I upload this on YouTube, it asks me every time if this is a show made for children, and I think I definitely know the answer this time.
No.
Yes.
No,
because it's a serious virus and people need to learn about it, including children.
Shall I reveal it?
I want to know what's wrong with the kitten, yes.
There was absolutely nothing wrong with the kitten. People just assumed that it was sick because its mother took it to an emergency room. But apparently the cat was fed there before and just wanted to bring the whole family along for this meal. But it's just sweet that people just assumed that it needed help and that's why it came to a hospital. That's assuming a lot about cats. I know cats and I love cats, but they don't know the difference between a restaurant and a hospital as much as they know the difference between a cushion and my face. But it is a sweet story that they look after it, and the cat apparently came back since and just hangs out there regularly now.
That's nice.
I still think there must be something wrong with the cat. I think cats are smart enough to know the difference. I still think maybe that cat's got an illness that's not visible.
Yes, maybe a mental illness.
Maybe that kitten's got a severe case of the blues.
I think the kitten has ADHD. I think that was discovered.
How determined we are to give the kitten something horrible.
On 54 milligrams of Concerta every day.
How determined are we to make sure that this kitten suffers? That's lovely. That's absolutely lovely.
I'm pretty determined to make sure that our medical resources are being used properly. That's all.
That's the thing.
I just don't want to make sure they're not wasting their time. That's all I'm saying, Sasha.
This show just took a rapid turn to the non-child friendly category.
Yeah, and
YouTube.
who thought with Helen that would be the case?
No, I didn't.
I'm kitty friendly. I'm kitty friendly.
Quarantine has done something to you, Helen. You were so upbeat,
fucking mad,
positive before, and now you're just talking about cat AIDS. It's amazing.
But I spoke about cat AIDS in a positive way.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, that's true. Well done.
Okay, we're going to move on to our second story this week. Our second story is mine, actually. So this month, Fox is bringing out a new reality TV show called Labour of Love, where one lucky woman gets to choose between 15 strapping single men to be her sperm donor.
Fuck off!
Yes!
Oh my god!
That's right. Yes.
Labour of Love.
Labour of Love. Write it down.
Oh my god, this is so good!
I know! I could not be more excited when I heard. So,
does she get full access to all his medical records and his family's?
This is more questions than I anticipated answering, but
I'm sorry, go on.
Perhaps. So it's exactly what it says on the tin. 15 strapping single dudes compete to satisfy one lucky petri dish, or as Adrian likes to call it, a good Saturday night.
All right.
The lady's name is Christy, and she is a smart, successful, sexy, beautiful career woman who has realized that the only thing missing in her life is 15 different types of semen. You and me both, sister. It's amazing.
For the woman that has everything.
For the woman that has everything, that's right. So there are 15 aspiring fathers, and every week they have new challenges to test their paternal prowess. Challenges like waiting until the child is 9 to acknowledge their existence. My question to you guys is this. Who do you think is hosting this magical show? Is this somebody that you would have heard of? Who do you think is hosting this show?
Is it in America?
Yes.
Neil Patrick Harris.
Oh, that's even better. Okay, go on. Well, and also, like, how would they do it? Do you think? What would their approach be?
Oh my god, honestly, like, this is the most stressful question of all time. I know in my heart of hearts I'm gonna know it. What channel is it on?
Fox.
I'm gonna say Michelle Obama.
Ooh, that would be very.
I feel confident.
Amazing.
I can't decide if that's really on brand or really off brand for Michelle Obama.
Really on brand.
Yeah, right.
Women
That's the
can do
thing. On the
anything.
one hand, very empowering show. On the other hand, depends how it's handled. Do you know what I mean?
Can I ask
Yeah.
a little sub-question, actually?
Absolutely.
As far as style of reality TV show, are all of the guys who are competing staying all together in one house, America's Next Top Model style, or do they just come in for the games each week?
I think, from what I can gather, they're staying in one house. I've watched the trailer, and there's tears, there's recrimination, the dudes hug. It's a
That's
whole
not Michelle
thing.
Obama then. Michelle will do something
No.
more classy where they come in each weekend.
I reckon Michelle would be like all about the let's test their genetic compatibility and support Christy at work for getting the best maternity package. This is not the show.
I'm going to say Sarah Jessica Parker.
Oh my god, mate, you are so close. I know, this is so close. Okay, right. So the person hosting this show is actually Kristen Davis, who played Charlotte on Sex and the City. Charlotte! Helen, you were so close. What I love about it is they interviewed her about it, and she said, when I first heard about the premise of Labour of Love, I knew I had to be part of this show because they haven't offered me another job in 10 years. No, she didn't say the last part, but she is so passionate about it. How amazing is that?
Do I get a point? For
I'm going to give you you are the closest person who's ever managed to guess.
Yeah, I don't
any of
think
these
we ever
things.
had
We've
anyone this
never had
close to an
anybody guess
actual
it.
answer.
No.
I'm going to make a graphic for this. I'm going to make an actual graphic.
Like a
and
ding,
you
ding,
get
ding.
a point.
My entire world is reality TV shows, so I'm just upset that I didn't know about this before. But
incredible.
Thank you so much for this. Honestly, when you said, "Oh, do you want to do a show about good news?" I was like, "Okay, let's see what's good news in this global pandemic." Honestly, I couldn't give a fuck about COVID-19 right now. That's all that matters as far as I'm concerned. Thank you for bringing this into my life.
It's coming out in 3 weeks. I reckon. Helen, do you want to do this thing? We can screen share on Zoom. Do you want to watch it with me?
Oh, should we do a watch party?
Can we do a watch party? Can we watch
Adrian,
along?
you're not invited.
Okay.
Oh my god, why include yourself?
All the single ladies, Adrian. All the single ladies.
How do we know I'm single? I mean, I'm single, but it was just for a moment there. It was like
You're here on Sunday, Helen. We assumed.
Just check. Have they already filmed it? So
yes.
is the baby
Well, that's the thing with all these reality TV things where we're not going to find out until after the show airs.
so much to look forward to? This is insane.
Right? Okay, lads, we're going to move on to our third story this week. Helen, what have you got for us?
I'm not prepared to move on yet. Do you reckon, do you reckon she could just pick her favourite two and do a swirl though and wait for it to be born to go? Because I think that's such a big decision. I'd be like, oh fuck it, you know what, James and Toby both have such good spunk. Let's just swirl it in and just see what we get. Okay, I'm ready to move on. This is you shouldn't have said you knew that this would drive me insane. I feel like you chose that story on purpose to send me over the edge. And now I can't focus because all I want to do is YouTube the show. Okay.
You can do this, Helen. I believe in you.
My body is literally vibrating.
Wasn't it before this? Okay, right. Let's go. Helen, what's our third story this week?
My good news story, thank you for asking, is that the Spice Girls might be doing another reunion once the global pandemic and lockdown is over, which I think is good news for literally everyone. It's good for the economy, it's good for our ears, and it's good for our sense of nostalgia, which is very important right now. And I think that it will be a positive thing for everyone, apart from Victoria Beckham. What do you think? Good news?
I mean, it's not bad news.
Right? It's really good because I think there was a good period of time. I know they just did a reunion tour, but it was only 13 dates. So it wasn't
but that was recently though, very recently though, right?
I mean, it's never recent enough as far as I'm concerned. I don't know how you see time, but I see time as something that just constantly leaves us and it escapes us. So you kind of want it to be a constant thing. Sorry, I did philosophy for A-level, so cogito ergo sum. But basically, for me, I think the more we have, the better it is. And I also think it just shows not only girl power, but also how you can overcome arguments in female friendships. Because they shouldn't still be friends.
Why not? What was the big drama? Why can't they be friends anymore?
Jerry breaking up the Spice Girls because of her fucking bulimia. How about Mel B and Jerry fucking half the time and then still not being completely forthcoming with it? Like, how about Victoria
What?
Beckham?
What? Back up to the last one. What? Huh? Who? What?
Ginger Spice and Scary Spice fucking backstage? This isn't new information. I refuse to have you both look shocked right now.
I'm just shocked that you know that. I mean, how? I mean, I'm sure it's.
What do you read?
Books. Okay.
Yeah. There's plenty of books written about the gals. They were fucking. They're still friends, which is fucking incredible. I think there's a lot we can all learn from seeing them work together. Also, older women on stage doing their thing, which I fully respect. And I do think Victoria Beckham doesn't need more bad press because she's already going through that whole furlough stuff at the moment with furloughing off her staff and taking like government funding. Even Piers Morgan said she was an asshole. That's not a good look. You know? I don't actually know that is quite a good look. He's such a
Yeah, I
prick.
think if Piers Morgan says you're an asshole, that's like a badge of honor. You get like a little enamel pin, you wear it on a jacket proudly.
Okay,
Does
well,
he make those pins himself? Do you reckon he
Yeah, and then he
owns those?
sells them and then he calls people assholes for money. Yeah, there is that.
Yeah,
fucking amazing.
good business model.
But I think Victoria Beckham needs a bit of good press, so I think that she would at least join for a couple of the dates this time. And like Mel C's the one that really wants it to happen, but isn't she always? It's like, Mel, like we know you can sing and we know that you had a short-lived career in the West End, but it is time to step it up. So I think as long as she's the driving force behind it, it'll get done. Even though famously over Spice Girls history, if you wanted to get something done, you put Jerry in charge. You know what I mean? Hello?
I like it.
You
I
can
love
hear me?
No, I'm enjoying. I'm learning so much.
Yes.
Okay, very. What's
And now
Who knew that Helen knew so much about candles and the Spice Girls?
I think we established pretty early on I actually know fuck all about candles. I just have a lot. So that felt like a dig, Adrian.
Yeah, it didn't just feel like it. So,
Okay, what's your question for us, Helen? Tell us your question. I'm dying to.
I forgot to
attempt
think of
answer
a
it.
question.
Ask us. I'll tell you what. You clearly have a lot of Spice Girl knowledge. Why don't you ask us anything that you think we don't know about the Spice Girls, and we'll have a
well,
guess.
it's hardly anything we don't know about the Spice Girls after this rant.
I have a feeling there's depth to the girls. Let's see.
In the Spice World movie, the Spice Girls went on an adventure in the night from their coach to go to the toilet. They ran into something in the woods. What did they run into?
Here's Morgan.
So good.
It's a good guess.
Incorrect.
There was a Spice Girls movie.
Yeah,
Don't be a-
Spice
Adrian,
World.
Don't be a prick, Adrian. Honestly, that's a really nasty colour on you.
Isn't
I know
Charles
you're-
I
Dance
genuinely
in it?
don't know.
No, honestly, if you're a fucking filmmaker, learn your British film. That's insane to me. It's in the
Helen?
BFI. Sorry, Sasha, I'm getting pissed off.
Is
Carry on.
Charles Dance in the Spice World movie? Or am I making that up?
Richard E. Grant's like the main guy in it.
Yes, Richard E. Grant. I confused him with Charles Dance. Never mind. I knew it was a good actor. I was like, somebody with a posh name.
It's an amazing film. It makes no sense at all as them guys on tour and their best friend has a baby. It's fucking incredible. Shout out to Naoko Mori. But basically, when they go for a pee in the woods, they run into a UFO and have an encounter with aliens.
No.
The alien sexually assaults Mel B by touching her tit.
No.
Watch it again.
I'm gonna go downstairs and watch it now. I've baked
Honestly,
focaccia and
Sasha,
banana
I
bread.
know
I'm
it's one
ready
of
for
those
this.
things- It's the screenplay is fantastic. Like 100% just watch it for that scene. It's insane.
We have been Bears of Good News. I've been Sasha Ellen, and if you want to hear more from me, I have a podcast called Character Building Experience, which is a comedy role-playing game podcast, and it's available on Spotify and iTunes. Do look us up. Adrian, what have you got going on this week?
So a couple of things. Well, the cat still, Bojangles the cat. Once in a while, I'm live streaming him. Also, I've been interviewed by a media outlet about Bojangles. They want to do the story. He was on a headline in Taiwan. That cat is getting famous before me, but that's going on. Also, I'm doing a late night show of some sort. It's called Late Night Lockdown with Adrian Tauss, and I was very busy figuring out all the technical aspects of it that I actually didn't really write a show. But I'll be recording that after this one, and that'll go out at some point. I said that last week. I don't know. There'll be more. I just do stuff until this is over, and if more than my mum and dad watch me, I'm happy.
Very nice, Adrian. Helen, where can we see or hear more from you?
Oh God, I'm not doing much. I'm not doing any late night shows. I mean, I've got a podcast, but we all fucking do. You can see me at my house. I don't have anything to plug.
Very nice. Guys, thank you so much for joining us this week. We've been Bears of Good News. Have a good week.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Helen.
Thanks,
Bye.
Helen.
Do we just wave now until you want to do the little cutaways of me laughing?
Yes, please.
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
Bears is what I'm talking about.